Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm Maggie Ostara, and this is my weekly Human Design Transit Report, also called What's New with Human Design. And this is when I share with you where the sun and the earth are moving around the Human Design mandala so that you can take the best advantage of these transiting energies. And if you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe so that you know when new videos are coming up. Last Monday, the sun moved into the gate 56, which in traditional human design is known as the gate of the storyteller, and in quantum human design is known as the gate of expansion. It's on the throat center, and it is part of the sensing circuit. And so the gate 56 supports you to tell stories that are inspiring and that are uplifting, both to yourself and to others. And I would really encourage you to lean into this expansive energy that's fed by the right brain. It's a right brain energy, which means it's creative, it's imaginative, it's expansive, it's abstract, it's connected to oneness. It has the capacity for compassion and for empathy. And then the gate itself is on the throat center, which is the center for self-expression and initiation and manifestation. This energy fosters learning also through experience and through the body. It's not rational, it's not linear, it's not analytical or strategic, none of that. It's not at all a logical kind of energy. So I encourage you to let your imagination fly. It is grounded, interestingly enough, by the earth being in the gate 60, which in traditional human design is the gate of acceptance, and in quantum human design is the gate of conservation. It is on the root center, and it's part of the knowing circuit. So the root center, the energies that go between the root and the sacral center are known as format energies. And so this gate is pointing up towards the sacral center, and it means it has an on-off pulse. And being part of the knowing circuit is the largest subcircuit in the chart, and it is plugged directly into super consciousness. If you've been watching these at all, you know that I've been talking about the knowing circuit quite a bit. And it is, again, non-linear, non-rational, not analytical. It's none of those things. It's very much about being plugged directly into super consciousness and having a deep inner knowing sense. The knowing circuit, like all individual circuitry, is here to be different. It's here to bring change. It's mutative. It's the energy that brings in new forms and really new ideas, new awarenesses, new perspectives. And so the gate 60, which is on that root, is bringing in energies from both sides of the knowing circuit to come up through the central channel, what'll be expressed out through the throat, through the 1-8. And it's going to be sorting through and filtering through all of the energies that are coming in and deciding which is really important to be moving forward. Now, the challenge here is there can be some fear or discomfort about the kind of this disruptive or really evolutionary energy that's coming in. So you want to pay attention to if you're having any discomfort with this mutative energy, and to realize that you have the capacity, and the 60 is supporting you to do this right now, to be able to sort through what are the things that are really valuable to move on, because not all change, not all new things are things that we want to adopt and carry forward. So we need to sort through them at some point, and the 60 is going to help you do that. So as you are sorting through, this is a kind of conservative energy, right? It's looking at what do we want to conserve and what do we want to let go. And you want to do that with a positive attitude, with optimism, not getting bogged down in that kind of fear of change. So your opportunity this week is to embrace the power of change, to embrace that mutative energy, that evolutionary energy, and to have that as your ground, because that's where the earth is, in order to be able to share stories at the right time with the right people who will be enriched by what you have to share. So you want to be able to foster your imagination about what's possible and sort through, and then really be creative in terms of being able to tell stories that will inspire and will uplift and will help other people to open up their imaginations and to be in this state of possibility and expansion. Then on Sunday, July 25th, the sun is going to move into the gate 31, which in traditional human design is known as the gate of democracy, and in quantum human design is known as the gate of the leader. It's interesting that the sun is going to be in two different gates on the throat center, both right now and where it's going to shift. And then the earth is in two different gates on the root center, both right now and what's happening on Sunday. So we have the throat and the root are going to continue to be highlighted as we're moving from this week into next week. The 31 is one of three primary leadership gates in the chart. This one I like to call the gate of the New World Leader, which is one of the 6 feminine sovereign archetypes that I work with. This is the energy for democracy, for fostering everyone's participation, for making sure that everyone's needs are heard. Now, not everyone's needs can be met all the time, right? Or what everybody wants can't be met all the time. But the idea that everyone can be heard is a part of this energy. It's part of the logic circuit, which is a subcircuit of the collective circuit. So this really is democracy in the big sense, right? It's not about just your tribe or just your community. It's about having a bigger perspective that includes all the tribes, right? I like to think of it as having benevolence for all. So from Sunday to Friday next, I want to support you to step into greater leadership in your life. So you can take a look at where you can increase your participation, or where you can bring more of a concern for all into leadership that you're already expressing. You could do this in the political realm. You could write or call people and encourage them to be voting. Or you could be we're inside an organization that you're involved in, seeing what role you can play in terms of fostering more inclusion in ways that help everyone to feel valued, invite everyone to participate. You could even do this in your family to look at ways in which you can encourage people to participate, help people feel empowered, make sure that everybody's needs are at least being heard. Now, this sun is sitting on the earth, which is in the gate 41. The gate 41 in traditional human design is known as the gate of fantasy, and in quantum human design is known as the gate of imagination. The gate 41 is on the root center, as I said a moment ago, and it's part of the sensing circuit. So like the gate 56, which is where the sun is right now, this is part of the sensing circuit. This is also collective circuitry, so it's about all of the tribes, as I was saying a minute ago about the gate 31. But in contrast to the gate 31, which is really left-brained and logical, the gate 41 is more abstract, it's creative, it's imaginative. Now, this can create some kind of creative tension between the two energies, but you can also invite both of them to participate and to contribute. The gate 41 is all about vision, imagination, fantasy, really big out-of-the-box possibilities that can fuel democratic leadership to operate in ways that we've never even seen before. Give yourself some time to free associate about the characteristics of the new world that you're longing for. What would be true in that new world? For me, a few things are a tax being levied whenever a tree is cut down, whether that's on private land or that's on public land, and then that money is being used to plant trees or to combat climate change in some other way. Or if there are placards for pregnant and new mothers so that they can park in handicap spots, or that there are subsidies for electric bikes and electric cars and so on. What do you want to see created in your new world? Now is a great time to be creating and fueling those visions and to be exploring how you can take actions during this time, during this transit in particular, to help you to move forward with your vision. To pick just one thing that you can do that can foster that forward momentum. If you haven't already, please do go ahead and subscribe to my channel so you'll know when new videos are released. I'm working on a whole series of new videos about getting started with human design, and you'll want to know about those when they're released. Okay, thanks so much. Many blessings, much love. Until next time.